In the next few minutes, you are going to discover something very powerful, not just about English, but about your life, about your future, and about the invisible force that decides whether you succeed or stay stuck. Hello, my friend. My name is Jay, and welcome to English Emporium. This is not just an English learning channel. This is a place where stories build confidence, where simple English builds a strong mindset, and where every story gives you words and wisdom. Today's story is called The Law of Focus. By the end of this story, you will learn powerful English phrases, you will improve your listening and understanding, and most importantly, you will understand why focus can change everything. Now listen carefully, relax your mind, and let this story enter your thoughts. Once upon a time, in a small, crowded city, there lived a young man named Arjun. Arjun was not weak, he was not lazy, he was not unintelligent, but Arjun was confused. Every morning he woke up with big dreams, and every night he went to sleep with deep frustration. He wanted to improve his English, he wanted a better job, he wanted confidence, he wanted respect. But his mind was always scattered. One day he studied English grammar, the next day he watched motivational videos, the next day he planned business ideas, the next day he scrolled endlessly on his phone. His attention was everywhere, except where it mattered. Weeks passed, months passed. Nothing changed. Arjun often said to himself, "I am trying so hard. Why am I not improving?" Deep inside, he felt tired, he felt disappointed, and slowly, he started doubting himself. One evening, after another unproductive day, Arjun sat alone on a bench near a quiet park. The sky was orange, the air was calm, but his mind was noisy. That's when he noticed an old man sitting nearby, watching a group of children flying kites. The old man's eyes were sharp, peaceful, focused. One child's kite was flying higher than all the others. Arjun watched closely. Suddenly, a strong wind came. Other kites began to shake. Some strings tangled, some kites fell, but that one kite kept rising. Curious, Arjun walked closer. He asked politely, "Sir, why is that kite flying so high while others are falling?" The old man smiled slowly and said something simple, something powerful. "Because the boy holding that kite is not looking at his phone, not talking to others, not thinking about 10 things. He is focused on one thing." Arjun felt something move inside his chest. The old man continued, "Energy flows where focus goes." Those words hit Arjun like lightning. Energy flows where focus goes. The old man looked at Arjun and asked, "Tell me, young man, what are you focusing on?" Arjun opened his mouth, then closed it. He did not know the answer. That night, Arjun could not sleep. Those words echoed in his mind, again and again. Energy flows where focus goes. He realized something painful. He was busy, but not focused. He was active, but not directed. The next morning, Arjun made a decision, just one decision. He said to himself, "For the next 90 days, I will focus on one thing, only one." That one thing was learning English. Not everything about English, not perfection, just one clear goal. Speak English confidently. He removed distractions. He fixed a daily time. He chose simple stories. He repeated sentences aloud. He listened carefully. Every single day. Some days were hard. Some days he felt bored. Some days he wanted to quit. But then he remembered the kite and the old man's words, "Energy flows where focus goes." After 30 days, something changed. He understood more. He hesitated less. His fear reduced. After 60 days, people noticed. "You sound different," they said. "More confident." After 90 days, Arjun looked at himself in the mirror and smiled. Not because he was perfect, but because he was progressing. And all of this happened because he obeyed one law, the law of focus. Now pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself honestly, where is your focus going? Is it divided? Is it distracted? Or is it disciplined? Because your results are a reflection of your focus. And now let us learn some powerful English phrases from this story. Listen slowly. Scattered mind. A mind that cannot concentrate on one thing. Deep frustration. A strong feeling of disappointment over time. Nothing changed. Used when efforts bring no results. Energy flows where focus goes. This means whatever you focus on becomes stronger in your life. Make a decision. To choose clearly and firmly. Remove distractions. To eliminate things that steal attention. Repeat these phrases in your mind. Say them aloud if you can. Because when you learn English with meaning, it stays with you. And remember this. Focus is not about doing more. Focus is about doing less, but doing it better. In the next part of this story, you will discover how the law of focus can completely transform your confidence, your English speaking ability, and your future. Stay with me, because this is just the beginning. Now let us continue the journey, because understanding the law of focus is one thing, but applying it, that is where real change begins. A few weeks after Arjun committed himself to focused learning, something unexpected happened. One afternoon, his manager called him into the office. Arjun's heart started beating fast. His palms became sweaty. Normally, this situation made him nervous. Why? Because meetings meant English. Questions, answers, judgment. But this time, something felt different. The manager said calmly, "Arjun, we are planning a new project. We need someone who can communicate with clients. I've noticed you are improving." Improving. That word echoed in Arjun's mind. The manager continued, "It's not perfect yet, but your clarity is better. Your confidence is visible." Arjun nodded. He spoke slowly, carefully. "Yes, sir. I am learning every day." For the first time in his life, he was not pretending. He was not memorizing lines. He was simply focused. That evening, Arjun walked home with light steps, but along with happiness, a new fear appeared. What if I lose focus? What if I get distracted again? What if this progress stops? That night, he opened his notebook. And on the first page, he wrote in big letters, "Focus is a daily choice. Not a one-time decision, a daily choice." From that day, Arjun created simple rules for himself. Rule number 1, no phone during English time. Rule number 2, one story, one lesson, one improvement per day. Rule number 3, progress over perfection. He stopped chasing everything and started protecting his attention. Slowly, his mind became calmer. Because when you focus on one path, you stop fighting with 10 directions. Now let me tell you something important. Focus does not remove problems. Focus removes confusion, and confusion is the biggest enemy of growth. One Sunday morning, Arjun went back to the same park, the same bench, the same quiet air. The old man was there again, watching birds this time. Arjun smiled and walked closer. "Sir," he said, "do you remember me?" The old man looked up and smiled warmly. "Yes," he said. "You were the young man with noisy thoughts." They both laughed softly. Arjun said, "I followed your words. I focused on one thing, and my life is changing." The old man nodded. "Good," he said. "But remember something." "What?" Arjun asked. The old man looked at the birds, then at the sky. Focus is not about forcing the mind. It is about respecting your energy. Most people waste energy on worrying, comparing, scrolling, regretting. When you focus, you tell your energy where to go. Arjun listened silently. The old man continued, "If you focus on fear, fear grows. If you focus on excuses, excuses multiply. But if you focus on learning, learning compounds." That word, compounds. Arjun had heard it before, but now he felt it. Small efforts, repeated daily, growing silently, like interest, like confidence, like language. Now pause again and listen carefully. This is not just Arjun's story. This is your story too. Maybe you want to learn English. Maybe you want confidence. Maybe you want growth. But ask yourself, are you focused or just busy? Being busy feels productive, but focus creates results. Now let us learn more powerful English expressions from this part of the story. Listen slowly. Something felt different. Used when your inner feeling changes. protect your attention, means to guard your focus carefully. Daily choice. Something you must decide every day. Progress over perfection. Improvement is more important than being perfect. Focus removes confusion. Clear attention brings clarity. Repeat these phrases gently. Let them settle. Because English is not about speed. English is about clarity. As weeks passed, Arjun's English started flowing naturally. He no longer translated every sentence in his mind. He no longer feared mistakes. Why? Because his focus was no longer on being correct. His focus was on being clear. And clarity brings confidence. One day during a team discussion, a colleague asked him a question. Earlier, Arjun would freeze, but now he paused, breathed, and answered calmly. Not perfect English, but honest English. After the meeting, that colleague said, "You speak with confidence now." Confidence. That word changed everything. Arjun realized something powerful. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is calm, and calm comes from focus. But remember this, focus will be tested. Distractions will return. Motivation will drop. Old habits will knock again. The law of focus does not promise an easy path. It promises a clear path. And a clear path is always stronger than a crowded one. In the next part of this story, you will learn how Arjun faced his biggest distraction, how he almost lost his focus, and how one simple realization saved his progress completely. Stay with me, because the most important lesson is still coming. Now let us move deeper into the story, because every real transformation is tested at least once, and Arjun's test was closer than he imagined. As Arjun's confidence grew, so did his exposure. More people noticed him, more responsibilities came, and with them, more noise, messages, notifications, suggestions, opinions. One friend said, "Why are you wasting time on English? Learn trading, it's faster." Another said, "Start a YouTube channel, everyone is doing it." Someone else said, "Prepare for exams, that is more secure." Arjun smiled, but inside, his focus started shaking. He felt the old restlessness returning. His mind whispered, "What if they are right? What if I am missing something better? What if I should do more?" That night, he sat with his phone in his hand, English lesson open on one side, social media open on the other. 5 minutes became 30, 30 became 1 hour. When he finally looked at the clock, his study time was gone. He felt something familiar, guilt, frustration, disappointment, the same feelings from the past. He closed his eyes. And for the first time in months, he felt afraid. What if I lose this? What if I go back to zero? That night, Arjun did not sleep well. The next morning, he skipped his English practice. One day doesn't matter, he told himself. But deep down, he knew the truth. Focus is fragile, and distraction is patient. 2 days passed, then 3. Arjun was busy again, but unfocused. On the 4th day, he stood in front of the mirror and barely recognized himself. Not physically, mentally. His eyes looked tired. His mind looked heavy. That evening, without planning, his feet took him back to the park, the same bench, the same silence. The old man was not there. Arjun sat down slowly. He felt empty. Then he noticed something on the ground, a broken kite. Its string was tangled, its paper torn. Suddenly, everything became clear. The kite did not fall because of wind. It fell because the string lost direction. Arjun whispered to himself, "Focus." At that moment, he understood something deeply. Focus is not about motivation. Focus is about commitment. Motivation comes and goes. Commitment stays. He remembered his notebook, the first page. Focus is a daily choice. That night, Arjun went home. He turned off his phone. He opened his English story, even though his mind resisted, even though his energy was low. He read slowly, line by line, sentence by sentence, and something magical happened. Peace returned. Because when you return to focus, you return to yourself. Let us pause here and let me tell you something important. If you have ever started something, then stopped, then started again, You are not weak, you are human. The problem is not starting again. The problem is forgetting why you started. Focus reminds you of your why. Now let us learn some more powerful English phrases from this part of the story. Listen carefully. Restlessness, a feeling of not being calm or satisfied. Old habits knock again, means bad habits return slowly. Focus is fragile. Focus can break easily if not protected. Motivation comes and goes. Motivation is temporary. Commitment stays. Commitment is long-term dedication. Repeat these phrases softly. Let your mind hear them, because repetition builds retention. From that day, Arjun changed one small thing. He stopped asking, "What else should I do?" and started asking, "What deserves my focus today?" Just one thing. Every morning before touching his phone, he practiced English. No excuses, no negotiations. Some days were boring. Some days felt slow, but slow progress is still progress. Weeks passed again, and this time his focus was stronger. Why? Because it was tested, broken, and rebuilt. A rebuilt focus is always more powerful. One afternoon, Arjun was asked to speak in front of a small group. Nothing big, just 5 people. Earlier, this would have terrified him, but now he felt calm, not confident in words, confident in preparation. He spoke clearly. He paused when needed. He made mistakes and continued. No fear, no panic, no. Afterward, one person said, "I like how calm you were." Calm, that word again. Focus creates calm. Calm creates clarity. Clarity creates confidence. This is the hidden chain behind success. Now ask yourself, what is stealing your focus? Is it your phone, comparison, overthinking, fear of missing out? You don't need to remove everything. You just need to protect one thing. Your attention, because attention is your most valuable asset. Where your attention goes, your life follows. In the next part of this story, you will discover how Arjun used the law of focus to transform not just his English, but his identity, from someone who was trying to someone who believed. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel